Hello, my name is Carla Adkins, and this presentation is an analysis of my leadership practices inventory results. I will reflect on how my current leadership behaviors align with Kouzes and Posner's The 5 Practices of Exemplary Leadership, and discuss how I plan to grow as a leader within my current role as a school-based occupational therapist. The Leadership Practices Inventory, or LPI for short, measures how frequently individuals engage in specific leadership behaviors across 5 domains identified by Kouzes and Posner. These include modeling values, inspiring vision, challenging systems, enabling others, and recognizing contributions. The tool helps leaders understand their strengths and areas for growth through the use of a structured self-reflection questionnaire. My highest LPI score was in enabling others to act, which reflects on my strong focus on collaboration, trust, and supporting others. Challenge the process was also a strength, indicating my willingness to improve systems and advocate for change. My lower scores were in inspired a shared vision and encourage the heart, which suggests opportunities for growth in communicating vision and recognizing others in the moment. So again, my strengths were in collaboration, systems improvement, and my 2 areas for growth, praise and vision. Here's a quick visual of the actual chart that was in the questionnaire that I completed. My results strongly reflect my leadership identity. I lead by supporting others, building trust, and creating environments where people feel respected and capable. I often find myself mentoring new therapists and collaborating closely with teachers and school counselors. I also advocate for ethical practice, both in the state and within our school community, and I'm willing to challenge the systems when they do not serve our students well, even if this means disobeying directives. This aligns closely with enables others to act and challenge the process. So my leadership style is very quiet. I'm not the leader who typically is very obvious. My leadership style is relationship centered. I have a very strong ethical backbone, which I blame on my father, who is an attorney and raised me with the law at the dinner table from the time I was very young. And I definitely have a mentoring mindset when it comes to interacting with my peers. One area that stood out was encouraging the heart, especially when it comes to praising others. I realize that this connects with my own discomfort with receiving praise or compliments. I'm not always good with what to say in the moment, and I often show appreciation later by text or private conversation, but I don't always recognize the opportunities for immediate encouragement and praise. I also tend to step into leadership roles during conflict or crisis rather than initiation of those leadership skills early on, which is an area that I want to grow in. So I'm not the natural spotlight leader. Definitely more reactive than proactive, but I definitely feel like this LPI helped me really see that I am a stronger leader than I think that I am. I see my leadership most clearly when I'm participating in IEP meetings, especially when the team needs more support, when conversations become challenging or difficult, when there's attorneys or advocates present. That's definitely when I step up. I try to help guide conversations, discussions, support the teachers, and maintain focus on student needs. I also find myself mentoring newer therapists frequently and advocating for ethical practice within our profession, both within our school environment, but also in the state or the area where I'm practicing as a whole. Currently, I am working in our district to improve how we conduct occupational therapy evaluations by focusing on more functional performance and defensible data. This reflects challenging the process and modeling professional values. My primary leadership goal is to step into leadership earlier rather than waiting for those crisis situations. I want to become more proactive in sharing ideas, supporting colleagues, and influencing systems. I also want to grow in recognizing others in the moment and communicating my vision more confidently. I see this as the next step in moving from more situational leadership to intentional leadership. This LPI assessment has helped me to recognize that leadership is not about personality or position. It's about behavior, values, and influence. My strengths lie in collaboration, mentoring, and advocacy. My next step is to step forward sooner and more intentionally. As I continue growing in my doctoral program and my professional roles, I hope to influence systems, strengthen practice, and to support both colleagues and students more effectively. I definitely see my leadership skills as evolving. I definitely have a commitment to our profession, and I've always been in that growth mindset since the day that I started as an OT, and I feel like even today, that is still rings true for me. So I'm just going to leave you with Rex here and our references, and just wanted to thank you for taking the time to listen to my presentation.